Hey everyone, welcome back, JavaMentor.net here. In today's video, let's learn about optionals are introduced in Java 8 together with lambdas, streams, method references, and so on and so on. And the point of that class is to improve handling of nulls. So what's the point? I created one very simple method, getPersonById. You pass the ID and method is supposed to return you a person. But if you're trying to search the database based on ID, it might happen that person with that ID doesn't exist in your database. I'm just mentioning database as an example, but generally if you're searching by something, maybe you will receive null from this method, right? Like in this case. And if you're calling that method, you pass some ID and you receive person, you have to check if person equal to null, then do something, and only otherwise please, let's say, print the first name of the person. Because without this check, if we only do this, we will receive null pointer exception. Well, this is first of all, easy to forget. The second thing is nothing inside in the declaration of this method is telling to the client of the method that you need to handle null case. Like, maybe someone might expect that if person is not present, exception will be thrown from this method, some runtime exception, right? Well, to indicate to the clients that they need to handle null, developers of Java introduced something like this. We want to return person, but we may or we may not return the person, which means you need to handle the case where the person is not. And then here you can say optional of, and then you can say new person, blah blah blah, so you're returning the person. And here, since the return value of the method is not person but optional, you need to do something like this. So let's say that we receive person. We need to say if person is empty, so if the result is, if there is no person in the result, then I don't know, do something when person is not present. Otherwise, system out print line person get, so you need to get the value of the optional, and then you can say get first name or something like that. Of course, we have if else here as well, but it's way harder to forget this check when you see optional, and when you need to do this, it's way harder to forget this if else compared to when the return value of this was a normal person. Other than that, there is even fancy way that you can do this if else. You can do something like this: person if present or else, and then you can say if person is present, then get first name system out print line. And otherwise, that's the second lambda what will be done. Otherwise, do something when person is not present, right? In the last video, we learned about Java streams, and optional are really fitting very well with the streams. So I just created one list of persons, and then I wanted to get person named John from that list. So I created stream, I did filter, first name equals John, and then I said find first. This is the terminal operation that is returning optional, as you can see. And then on that optional I can say or else, which means if person is not present, then I want default person. Also, what I could do, I could say or else throw, and then I could throw exception from here, new runtime exception or whatever exception I like. And you know, this optional really fits very well in those Java streams. And that would be about optional for now. I think that's enough. In the next video, let's learn about LIFO and FIFO principles. We'll also learn about stack data structure and queue data structure. See you in the next video.